we get everybody to take their seats? I'm looking to see if everybody's alive after the welcome ceremony last night. Hopefully everybody had a really good time. Good. So let's try this once to pump a little energy in the room, and you can answer in your home language would be great. And I'm going to say in English, good morning. That's pretty good, actually, for much. I guess you need to have another extra drink tonight, so we'll prepare you for going home. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest with us today that I think really illustrates the power of patient advocacy and the recognition of the importance of patient advocacy. I was privileged to be at the Southeast Europe regional meeting with our wonderful folks from Macedonia, our Natasha, our regional patient advocate, and Natasha, I think everybody's name is Natasha in Macedonia from what I can see, but our two Natashas and Versa and others put together this wonderful regional meeting. They've done it a couple of years now. And I was very privileged to meet who at the time was a neurosurgeon and an assistant professor of medicine in Skopje, Macedonia. And as things would have it in life, that particular gentleman in December of 2017 became the Minister of Health for the wonderful country of Macedonia. And he is here to speak to us today about dealing with public health authorities. This is quite a unique opportunity. We are blessed, we are excited to welcome with us today the Minister of Health from Macedonia, Dr. Venko Filipce.
Hi, thank you. Morning, everybody. Thank you for your invitation. It's quite an honor to be here to this global gathering of the patients with HAE, their families, doctors, researchers, and representatives of the pharmaceutical companies. It is a pleasure that I can address around 700 delegates who share a common interest, and this is a rare genetic disorder, hereditary angioedema. Let me thank Dr. Natasha Angeleska from the Macedonian HAE Association for the incredible work she does in enhancing care for patients suffering from HAE. I learned more about this rare condition during the regional gathering of patients and doctors from Southeast Europe in September of 2017. During the conference, I had the pleasure to meet the president and the director of the International HAE Patient Organization, Anthony Castaldo, and Hedrick Boyce. I also had the opportunity to hear the inspirational lecture by Dr. Marco Ciccardi and Henrietta Farkas. I have been a Minister of Health of the Republic of Macedonia for the past 5 months, and therefore I would like to share with you some insights which are relevant to the topic of this conference, controlling HAE and dealing with public authorities. First, having worked as a neurosurgeon at the University Clinical Center in Skopje, I am truly aware of the demands and expectations of the patients and the medical staff. Second, being a Minister of Health, I'm facing a lot of challenges. However, in order to deal with these challenges, we need to be honest and continuous communication with everybody in the health community, which is based on the mutual understanding, mutual respect, and workable suggestions to overcome these challenges. We need educated patients, united in their cause with well-supported arguments. If the patients, especially the ones which are part of the different associations, such as HAE Macedonia, as well as Macedonian National Alliance for Rare Disease, of which HAE is part of, identify what the crucial intervention points are and express the main difficulties, then we can start building a process of collaboration. The realization that rare disease and hence patients with HAE are not regulated by any law, there is a need to overcome the historical separation of the same budget for the rare diseases in a situation where there is an increased number of patients from existing diagnoses and new diagnoses for which therapies have been approved. Furthermore, if funds are not allocated for therapy, the patient's health condition can can be significantly worsened. Therefore, more funds for hospital treatment, intervention, transplantation, and/or treatment abroad are required, which additionally increases the costs that fall back on the health budget. These challenges are certain aspects that I, after assuming the position of minister, place in my high priorities, for which we will cooperate with the patient organizations. I would like to emphasize that the regional HE representative from Macedonia does not only collaborate with the Ministry of Health, she also points out that other aspects of everyday life which are important to each patient, such as education and social security. At this point of time, we are planning to put into place a national plan for rare diseases, which will address in detail the role of all the different drivers: Ministry of Health, the Commission for Rare Diseases, Health Insurance Fund, and certainly the Ministry of Labor and Social Affairs. I hope that I will have the opportunity to meet some of you at the next regional conference planned for September 2018 in Skopje, where experts in HE research field will present the latest and most important aspects about the success rate of existing therapies and the development of new HE therapies and possibilities. This will facilitate further education and professional development for doctors and patients from countries of Southeastern Europe. I would like to emphasize that we will attempt to improve the diagnostic methods of HE in Macedonia so that the services can be further offered to patients from the neighboring countries such as Albania and Kosovo. We'd also like to open collaboration with the other countries from Southeast Europe. I'm fully aware that we will still have a long way to go, but we have certainly made a promising start. Multi-sectoral collaboration needs to continue, but we need to stay focused on the main goal: to increase the likelihood of early and accurate diagnosis and the effective treatment of patients suffering from this disease. Accessible information about new treatments, HE patient support and help will enable a much better quality of life of these patients who have a very rare and potentially life-threatening genetic condition. At the end, I have to say it's very difficult to invest in new drugs in a situation when we have a limited budgets for the health funds. This is also true for all the countries in the Southeastern Europe. But investing in new drugs, research that pharmaceutical companies are investing are beyond the issue of money and the finance. This is a gift to the whole world, which we are all part of. This is beyond the borders of the countries, nations, and continents. Fleming is not an English, Koch is not a German, and Pasteur is not French. They're all citizens of this world, as we all are. So we have to fight together. Thank you for your attention. Thank you. Thank you.